Hey guys, Alex back for another Kaiji figure review with,
Azariah,
and today we're going to be reviewing
King Joe.
from the Bandai Ultimate Monster line, which is this series of Ultra figures. Now, Azariah recently got Vakashim. I have Gamora, Bolton, King Joe, Vakashim, and Ultra and Ultra 7. I don't have Alien Knuckle, but Alien Knuckle kind of sucks a bit. Do you think Knuckle sucks?
I never heard of him before.
Well, Knuckle appeared in Ultraman Jack, and he had this monster called Black King. And then he appeared in Ultraman Mebius and the Ultra Brothers, but he was taken down. Anyway, first of all, let's start off with history for King Joe. So King Joe was first a robot that was created by the Pedan aliens. He was going to destroy a UN Science Center, but Ultra 7 defended it bravely. But eventually, Ultra 7 was defeated by King Joe. Now, interesting enough, King Joe started out as 3 pairs of UFOs that were combined to create one sort of perfect robot. Now, my mom, when she first saw King Joe yesterday, she said, "That thing looks weird." I was like, "Mom, it's King Joe. It's a robot. Why don't you like it?" So she's like, "It's not that I don't like it. It's that it looks strange." I'm like, whatever. Anyway, so King Joe defeated Ultra 7 twice in a row until the humans created a weapon called Pedanite, made out of Pedanite, which destroyed the robot, ending it, and Ultra 7 destroyed the aliens that were inside the robot. So King Joe has appeared in numerous other episodes of the Ultraman franchise, appearing in the Heisei Ultra 7 and Ultraman Max. Remember, Azrael?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was controlled by that Zeton girl. She was crazy. She ran around with a lightsaber, remember? She's like, zoom. I was like, rip off, lawsuit. Anyway, so that's it for history on King Joe. He also appeared in Ultra Mega Monster Galaxy, the show, where he was Black Joe, Red King Joe, and he was defeated by Gamora along with Zeton. So basically, King Joe is very powerful, but he has been defeated before brutally. So that's it for history. That at least all I know for history. Let's go into detail and paint job. Detail is very good. The detail is best where the hands are, or the arms. Like, you can look closely in the arms and you see shrivels in the suit, showing that the suit actor was actually in there. Then you have very good detail on the sculpt, where the head is, the chest, and then all the way down to the legs. So this figure has very good detail for a $6.99 figure. For a paint job, the paint is mostly just silver, grayish, kind of a silverish color. But like these little things right here, they're like yellow and gray. For the chest area, is rainbow, red, blue, and yellow colors inside of it, with some white inside of it for the background. You have a black outlining the chest. Then you have a kind of translucent forehead right there, some black dots, and a little intercom, which I guess the roar comes out of. You have some more golden area next to the knees, inside the middle area, and on the waist, which I'm not sure what those are used for. Anyway, so that's it for paint job. Next, let's go into articulation. So King Joe does not have a lot of articulation. You can kind of rotate the arms 360, but you had to hold on to them because they could come off. Because this is Bandai Ultimate Monsters. These kind of figures come off when you articulate them. Yeah, so 2 points. Oh, see what I mean? The figure can come off pretty easily. You can kind of swivel the legs a bit, but it's like you can only swivel at that side. You can only swivel at that side too. You can not swivel the waist, and the head cannot move. So there's only 4 points of articulation. And the other 2 points are technical points of articulation. Okay, so that's it for articulation and detail paint job. Who?
King Joe.
Well, he's a robot.
Like that.
It's funny, he only has 3 hands. He's usually in this position for some reason. Like, when he walks, he's always like this. Anyway, let's go into sizing. So sizing with this figure, it's kind of like 4 inches or 3 inches, around that size. Knowing that this is from Bandai Ultimate Monster, you guys should get a general idea that this is not super big. But let's compare him to Chibi Mechagodzilla 2. This is bad sizing, obviously. For display, this is alright, but for battles, this is terrible. Next, let's compare it to Female Muto. Do you think this is a good size answer, right?
No. I don't know. Nope. Poof. Nope.
Poof. Next, let's compare him to Ultra 7, the first opponent he ever fought. So here's Ultra 7 next to King Joe. Do you think that's good sizing?
Yeah.
I think Ultra 7 should be a bit smaller, but it's still very good sizing. Now let's go into the opponent that he was actually defeated by, Gamora. Yes, Gamora actually defeated King Joe. Do you think this is good sizing?
Yes.
Okay, so next, let's compare him to. Who do you think we should compare him to on next, Ezra?
Oh, I'm building Vakishim right now, so I think you should compare gut into going into Pacific Rim line.
Oh, Godzilla figures?
Yeah, do Godzilla figures.
Okay, so let's compare him. Let's pair him up with Space Godzilla. Now, this is not very good sizing for a fight. I mean, this is good sizing for a fight, but obviously, Space Godzilla should be just a bit taller, like right there. Should be good enough. Next, let's bring out someone from the NECA line, Godzilla line. We're gonna bring out NECA Godzilla 2014. Now, this is actually not good sizing. Okay, like I said before, 2014 should be bigger, but you know, this is good sizing for a fight, you know? Next, we're going into the Pacific Rim line. Danger, danger, Pacific Rim line. We're bringing out Gypsy Danger Hong Kong Brawl. Look how big Gypsy Danger is. That's
Robot
actually,
versus robot.
yeah, that would actually be a pretty good battle, huh?
Yep.
They're around the same. I mean, Gypsy Danger is like 100 size difference, but at least I think he's 100 feet more. Next, let's bring out the first kaiju to appear from the. Well, we're not gonna bring out Trespass. We'll just bring out Knifehead. So Knifehead obviously is like much bigger than King Joe, but that's actually good at sizing for a fight though. But I think Knifehead should be much bigger. And next, back up everybody, is the Behemoth Scunner. Scunner should be way bigger. He should be like this compared to poor King Joe. So sizing with this figure is actually pretty alright. Just get a general idea that most of your NECA, Bandai Creations, Bandai 500, Ultra Hero, whatever, just remember that most of them will tower over King Joe. But if you want a nice King Joe figure for $6.99, which where I bought mine, then get this figure because I got mine for $6.99, and that, in my opinion, that's a very good deal for King Joe, right?
Yep.
Okay, so next, let's go into my final thoughts on the figure. So my final thoughts on the figure is that although the figure does not have too much articulation, King Joe never really moved that much. He pretty much just stood there and gently pushed or punched opponents, and they would automatically be down and out because King Joe was really as agile. Like probably just Jaguar and Mechagodzilla, the original one, were probably more mobile than King Joe. He was pretty much like a walking tank. Nothing could penetrate him basically. Until they created the Petanite weapon, but yeah, but King Joe has pretty alright points of articulation. Luckily, you could move the arms, so you could have him in this position, which this is the classic 1967 position. You could also have him in a punchy position. So yeah, I think this figure is very good. I had always wanted a King Joe figure, and now I finally have this figure. So my final rating on this figure is, drumroll please, a 9.4 out of 10. Now the reason why it didn't get 9.8 or anything like that is because this is King Joe. It's a bit small, but I still love this figure, and 9.4 is not a bad score. That actually. What do you give this figure rating, Ezra?
8.
Why do you give it an 8?
I'll give it a 9.5 because I like the detail. I always like details about figures. I like the scaling, like, you know, I never seen, like, I always saw, I think it was Ultraman Max or Ultraman 7 fight, I don't know which one, it was a long time ago, so I don't remember. I like how he has these things, I don't know what these things are used for, like these twisty things, but, yeah, I like it, it's cool. But I finally built my, Vakishim figure, so, can you size compare them?
Yeah.
Size comparison, Vakishim.
I think that's pretty good sizing, but I think Vakishim should be a bit taller, seeing how he actually towered over Ultraman Ace in the episode. That's right, who do you think will win in this fight?
King Joe.
Yeah, King Joe defeated Ultra 7, so obviously he will lose. Okay, guys, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this awesome review. Stay tuned for more figure reviews. Next, we're going to be doing 84 or Gypsy. I don't really know yet, but stay tuned for the next review. And if you surrender now, King Joe will not destroy you.